you're DJing for the same people every week, so you got to keep your sets fresh too. And that's something I struggle with. Like, do you do any tips for that? Like, where do you dig for music? Like, what's your process for like every Wednesday and Friday, like keeping things like as fresh as possible?
So yeah, Fridays are not bad. Like Fridays are my easiest days because I have so much club stuff. I have so much, just
So you just do
party
whatever.
stuff.
Yeah.
I just do whatever. I go into old crates, new crates, and then sometimes I'll just say, okay, I want to stay in a 70 BPM range. So I'll just go to browse, hit 70, and then just go down the line. It's easy because it's what I've done for 10 years.
Gotcha.
So what's helping me as a DJ is these other nights like the Sunday Sauce and the Wednesday Chill. It's because I only have a certain amount of tracks because I don't play those in the clubs. So what I'm doing now is I'm having to find new tracks, new artists, new music, and put that together every week. Obviously I'm going to replay songs, but I don't want to do the exact same set. So it's and before I didn't have to do that. I would have my traveling sets and I would have my theme night sets, and then it was easy and it didn't push me really to go out and find new music. And streaming has changed that drastically. I have an entire day that I set aside for myself to download new music, get it into Serato, queue it up, analyze it, and then see where I want to place that in my next set for Wednesday. And that's kind of why I stopped Sundays until I get back to work, because it was getting to be I was looking for music more than I was DJing. Or coming up with ideas or putting sets together. So that's why I kind of took a step back. But yeah, it's been crazy. I look for music on record pools, on SoundCloud, on Bandcamp. This year I've spent so much money on Bandcamp that I've ever have in my life that
the artists appreciate it.
Well, yeah, and trying to still write some stuff off, this year, for taxes and everything. But yeah, man, it's been crazy. But I feel like this whole experience is just more, growth for myself as well, to just find new music and implement it. And I also realized that I need a way bigger hard drive on my computer to store all of it.
Well, what's that process look like? Do you have just like one folder for like Wednesday Chill, or do you break it up? Do you like plan your set? Like, how do you you know what I mean? Do you just like on that day just throw a bunch of songs in a folder and roll with it, or
kind of that? Yeah. So I mean, obviously, if I had more time, if I did it once a month or something, I'd put way more time and effort into it. But because I do it every week, I have like on today, like Monday, or what's today? Tuesday. Okay. So I'll have to do it today because I didn't do it tomorrow. So tonight I will search for artists that I already have, or that I've heard, on Spotify, or I've heard on Sirius XM. Because what I'll do is, if I hear something that I'm not familiar, I'll take a picture of it. And then on the days that I have set to look for music, I'll search that artist. I'll search their SoundCloud. I'll search their Bandcamp if they have one. I'll search their iTunes if they have it. And I'll search the record pools if they have that artist on there. And then, it's just like anything else. It's just putting in the time, listening to the music, seeing what you like, seeing if your audience will like it, and then you download it. Hopefully you can support the artist, but if you can't, there are avenues that you can get that music. And then what I will do is put it into my Serato before I do a set. Normally, if I had more time, I would listen to each one of them in succession to see what sounds the best. But what I do now is I kind of just cue them up with, the beginning, middle, and end of the song. I'll arrange them in BPM, and then try to match them as best I can with key. And then I'll hit it, and it's like, it's not the best sounding sets that I can do, but they're good enough that I feel comfortable just winging it every week on Twitch.
Well, it comes back to like you mastered a lot of things, a lot of like scratches and a lot of different transitions and everything where you can kind of do it without even thinking while having a glass of wine or whatever too, or tequila. So, you're able to kind of like do that and still, cause like your sets almost sound pre-planned. Like they're that like, they flow that well, you know what I mean? So like.